Alara walked inside to find an older-looking man. The shop smelled of herbs and aged wood, with shelves lined with odd trinkets and strange artifacts. The man looked up from behind the counter, his eyes sharp despite his age.
I see you've been followed, he said calmly, his voice steady but knowing. What is it you seek, child?
She was still shaking and scared.
I need help, these monsters are after me.
She was crying and reached to hold the man's hand as if begging for help. The man's expression softened, and he reached out, his hand warm and firm in hers.
You've stumbled into more than you realize, he said gently, guiding her to a nearby chair. These creatures are not just monsters. They are bound by something far older and darker than you can imagine. He paused, looking into her eyes. But there is a way to stop them.
She gripped his hand tightly. Please tell me how.
The man stared into her eyes and stood, releasing her hand, going to the back room, bringing something out. The shopkeeper nodded knowingly, then turned to the back, returning with a young woman in tow. She was tall, with striking red hair that caught the light as she moved, and a look of quiet determination in her green eyes.
This is Lyra, the shopkeeper introduced. She's been hunting those creatures longer than anyone I know.
Eller nodded. Can you help me?
She gave Lyra a desperate look.
Lyra smiled slightly and nodded. I can.
She had crossbow and several different objects for bait. Lyra stepped towards the door.
I will get you to your destination and hunt as we do so. Alara looked at Lyra,
her voice trembling.
Can you really help me?
Lyra's smile was soft but confident, her eyes lingering just a bit longer than necessary.
I can, she said, adjusting her crossbow and slinging it over her shoulder. I'll get you where you need to go and maybe even make it fun.
Alara's heart fluttered, a smile tugging at her lips as she followed Lyra out the door.
I think I'd like that, she whispered,
feeling something stir inside her that went beyond survival.